Happy Tuesday. Let's start off with pretty much the pre-market prep. So let's jump into how's the mindset, how we're feeling today. Today I'm feeling pretty mellow. Got woken up by my alarm at 4 a.m. but decided to stay sleeping and skip jiu-jitsu. I used the excuse of my lower back, but in reality it was more an excuse because my lower back is still bothering me, but nothing. It's way better than it has been, so I could have easily gone to train. But definitely let my excuses be my decision making this morning. Pretty much woke up at 7 naturally. I didn't put an alarm. I just woke up naturally at 7 and started my review from yesterday's, pretty much my price action yesterday. And at 7:40 meditated and went to get some sunlight. I didn't get to do pretty much my audiobook, the usual, but slept around 9 hours. Pretty poor decision making last night as well. Was on my phone until like 9:30 in bed. Had a nice deep sleep, not to say the least, but either way, a pretty poor decision making. I'm a big believer that your day starts the night before, and I definitely started my day in a sense pretty poorly by using my phone right before bed. And yeah, woke up with low motivation, no desire to really go train or anything like that. So again, let my excuses beat me. Terror wise, I'm feeling like a 3. But again, feeling a little bit mellow. I'm not feeling good, but I'm not feeling bad either. So I want to say mellow. But let's jump into pretty much the review. So let's look into the overall market. So yesterday we had a pretty nice inside day on SPY and QQQ. Currently we are trading inside yesterday's price action, but currently trading right below yesterday's higher day. So very simple. If we could break yesterday's higher day, I feel like we could see a nice continuation higher. If not, we could potentially reject and potentially break below a day and actually see some weakness. Same thing with QQQ, but we're currently holding right below pretty much just a higher day. So the path to like that looks clear is actually to the long side. But let's see if actually the market wants to give that. Going into Google showed relative strength, as you can see. Yesterday we showed some really nice strength, creating this bull flag, currently gapping above all-time highs, so setting up for a playbook trade. So it's looking pretty good. Ideal best case scenario, wouldn't mind a pullback to even all-time highs for a nice bounce and then move to pretty much pre-market high and a potential continuation to 160. But let's see what the market presents as well. Like I want to see also the market also push higher just to help out. But Google, it is setting up for a playbook trade. And this is kind of like the only stock I really like for today. But let's jump into ARM. ARM is more on my secondary, just mainly because of the strength we showed yesterday compared to the overall market. And currently we're trading right. We have a nice push. So actually this is going to be, so we actually broke those levels. So ideally I want to see us above this daily key level. So it's now calling my attention pretty good. So I want to see what it does off the open. But it looks pretty good for nice continuation to this daily key level. It's very simple, just going for a 1-day continuation play. But not loving it just because, as you can see, we've been in the choppy area, but we are trying to break out. And currently pre-market session, we just had an insane push right now. Tesla is more of my secondary. I'm not really loving this stock pretty much at all, but I have it there just in case, mainly again because of the strength we showed yesterday. And if we show some clean price action, I might take it, but honestly not really loving it. So this is actually going to be on my secondary. More than likely I want you going to be touching it, but I have it there. I want to see what this one is, a break of yesterday day and this weekly key level for a potential move to this weekly key level, and if we could break that, potentially to this daily key level. Looking at Snow again, I'm not loving this stock at all. I mean, I'm going against a bigger picture. Like the only reason I'm watching this is just because there's like the only stock I like today is Google ARM, and I would like just look for something else to watch. But this one is just in case it just wants to break out. The only reason I'm watching this is because we have higher than usual on volume in market session, meaning that there's a lot of interest on this stock. So just want to see if we can see a breakout, but that's it. But if we don't see that breakout, I'm not even going to be paying attention to this stock. And Apple just, at the time I was creating my game plan, I liked it a lot. As you can see, we do have this bear flag on the daily. On the weekly, we have a bear flag. It's just showing a relative weakness, but we actually bounce in pre-market session. So ideal, best case scenario, I like it below yesterday low day and this weekly low for a move lower. And especially if the market actually helps out. If the market actually rejects, this could be a potential play that could be a candidate. But again, I traded Apple yesterday. We had a very hard time yesterday below this weekly key level. So I want to make sure I come in with a caution mind and be patient and wait for a break of that level. But let's jump into the smaller time frame. So let's start off with Google. So Google, again, look at this, looking really, really good. We are currently pulling back. So again, it wouldn't look bad if we actually pull back to 157, but I want to see a hold. And heck, we can actually pull back to just a VWAP and hold around this area. I just want to pay attention to its price action. But again, it wouldn't look bad if we actually pull back to this pretty much all-time highs for a potential bounce, just so we don't leave a gap. So that's kind of like the scenario. That's scenario one. If we pull back for a bounce to pre-market high and 160, if we actually push higher and we actually break pre-market high, hold the pre-market high for a move to 160 and potentially key level 161, 162. The only thing I'm disliking, even though it seems like we have really good volume in pre-market session, we don't have that big of a. So that's the only reason why I scored this a B plus. Just the volume in pre-market not showing the best. So showing real strength and gapping above higher above all-time highs. So setup is looking like a playbook. If actually volume kicks in. ARM, as I mentioned, we next to, I don't know why this is showing up, next to my Google Play. So it's pretty much just going to be my two primary watch is going to be Google and ARM. The thing with ARM, I just need to pay very close attention to its spreads, because it's I know that the spreads aren't that great, so I want to pay close attention and just maybe give a couple minutes off the open to let it do its thing. But yeah, above all-time highs, I mean above. Yes, I had a day when I was creating this game plan that was around this area, but now that we're holding around this area, I want to see a hold above pre-market high. And yeah, just to psychological level, 136. If we get above pre-market high and show some relative strength, I feel like the path to 135 psychological level, 136.29, looks pretty clean. And snow, again, mainly just because of the volume in pre-market session. As you see, it's just the volume is the only thing I'm liking. So as you can see, the average, we're doing like what, 7x the average. So it just looks pretty damn interesting if we actually want to hold, like show. But again, we're not really holding. So for me to like this, I want to see us above this daily key level. Tesla, again, I'm not really loving it, but I have it there. Not really loving it at all, but I want to see us above pretty much this daily key level, which is just a high day, and weekly key level. And then we have Apple. Apple is just in case overall market, but again, when I was creating this game plan, we were holding around this area in case the market wants to sell off. But now that we are holding around this area, I'm not really interested, but who knows? If the market nosedive lower and takes Apple with it, I want to see a break and hold below this weekly level for a move to pre-market low and potentially weekly level. Very, very simple. So yeah, that's pretty much the game plan for April 9th.